Alfred.
Alf, please.
Alf. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And may I introduce Miss Montague? This is Miss Montague. This is Lord Clark.
Bernard. I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Montague.
Ethel.
Ethel. Take Mr. Saltina's hat a minute.
Very good, sir.
Thank you, Minute.
I'm afraid I've not arranged any parties or such like, as I do not know anybody.
Do not worry, as I do not mix much in society myself.
Might I order you some afternoon tea?
Oh, yes, indeed, Bernard. That would be tip-top, wouldn't it, Ethel?
Only if it is no bother.
No bother, I assure you. Tea, please, Minute.
Certainly, my lord.
Splendid. What will we be having, if you don't mind my asking, Bernard?
I'm afraid I have no idea. Minute.
Sir,
What will we be having, Minute?
having, sir.
For tea?
2 kinds of bread and butter, sir. Sandwiches of different flavors, various kinds of cake, and a jam roly-poly, sir.
Oh, splendid, splendid.
Well, while we await tea, perhaps you would allow me to show you to your compartments.
If it is not too much trouble,
Bernard.
Bernard.
This will be your room, Alfred. A small but dainty compartment in pale yellow.
Steps for climbing up to the bath, by Jove. That's a good dodge, Bernard. See the steps, Ethel?
And this,
And the monogram toilet seat!
indeed. And this is yours, Miss Montague. Ethel.
Look, Alf. A tip-up basin.
Splendid.
And a hose thing for washing your head. Look at that, Alf.
Fascinating. So, where might your compartment be then, Bernard?
My compartment is down many distant corridors. It's decorated in dark red, as I have somber tastes.
Well, into the fray. Thank you, Minute.
Brown one's a soup, sir.
Much obliged, my good man. Well, you have a very sumptuous house, Bernard.
The ancestral hall? Yes. It's fairly decent, I suppose. After our repast, I could show you around if you wished.
How lovely, Bernard.
Thank you, my man.
Are you all right, Alf?
Quite all right, thank you, Ethel.
He's getting flustered with his forks.
Everything's under control, thank you.
We use our fingers.
Yes, I know, thank you.
I've often considered having balls here.
Balls?
Then I might get to know a few people.
You might.
A minute?
Yes, sir.
A little top-up, if you would, please, my man.
Certainly, sir.
Cheerio.
My grandmother, Mary Ann Fudge. She was very well known in her day. I don't quite know why, but she was.
How fascinating. Isn't it a fascinating ancestral hall, Alf?
Yes, fascinating.
And that's my great-uncle Ambrose Fudge. He was the sinister son of Queen Victoria.
Sinister?
Yes.
Why was
I'd rather not talk about it.
And the lady with the grapes?
Her name was Minnie Pilato. She was engaged to the Earl of Tullyvarden, and it didn't quite come off. So she married a captain in the Navy and had 7 children.
So many ancestors, Bernard.
And many more of the same ilk, scattered throughout my domain.
How glorious to have so many ancestors, all of the same ilk. Don't you think, Alf?
Yes.
That I unworthy be.
Oh, cool! Cool!
Oh fair maiden, this shepherd lad doth cry. Oh turn, fair maiden, before you have to fly. Give me one glance to show me you but know me. Give me one hope to hold you, even though I be unworthy. Even though I be unworthy, even though I be unworthy, even though I be unworthy, that I unworthy be, even though
morning, sir. Your morning beverage, sir.
Thank you.
Might I turn on your morning bath, if such is your desire, sir?
Yes, please, if you would, please, Minute, if you wouldn't mind.
Very good, sir.
Ethel, I'm having my morning tea in bed, Ethel. Ethel! Ethel? Would you by any chance know where Miss,
Breakfasting in the breakfast room, sir.
breakfasting?
With Lord Clark, sir.
On second thoughts, I will not have my bath. I will go straight to the breakfast room where I will breakfast also, thank you.
A dressing gown, sir.
Ah, yes, of course.
This one, perhaps? Or
I'll have the mauve and the tassels, please.
I think you might find the mauve and the tassels.
The mauve and the tassels, if you would, please, my good man.
Certainly, sir.
Morning, Alpha boy.
Morning, Bernard. Morning, Ethel.
Morning.
Bernard,
Yes?
I was wondering, could I talk with you alone?
Alone?
Yes, please. As must be highly evident, I am most fond of Miss Montague and have brought her here in the high hopes of proposing to her on the premises. But I fear I'm not all she would wish. I fear she would like me more if I was more...
More what, old man?
I mean, I'm quite all right, as they say, but I'm not the real thing, Bernard. I'd give anything to be the real thing, you see, like you, Bernard, to merge and mingle with people of rank, to levitate to the proper level.
Well, I suppose there's always the Crystal Palace.
The Crystal Palace?
Yes. I believe that several earls, baronets, even a duchess or two have private compartments there. They take on certain students who wish to advance themselves
Advance themselves.
for a small fee.
But that sounds absolutely ideal, Duchess.
Bernard.
Bernard.
Well, I tell you what I'll do, Alpha boy. I'll give you a letter to my old pal, the Earl of Clincham, who lives there. Who knows, he might rub you up.
Rub me up.
Help you to become more seemly.
But that's what I want, Bernard. I want to become more seemly.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Oh, thank you, Bernard. But what about
What?
Ethel?
Listen to me, Alf. Forgive me if I'm utterly blunt, but I think it's essential that you visit Clincham immediately. Before you propose.
Immediately, yes, indeed, Bernard. But where could she... I mean...
Well, she could stay on here.
Here?
Yes. I mean, she's a pretty cheerful, pretty active, pretty sort of a girl.
Sure she wouldn't be in the way, Bernard?
Oh, I'm sure she can amuse herself. While you're...
Training.
Precisely.
This could be the thin end of the partition, Bernard.
With any luck, Alf.
Forgive me for abandoning you quite so hastily after our arrival, my dear, but I find I have pressing business in town I am unable to divulge at this juncture for urgent reasons which I shall hope shall become clear in the very near distant future. Meanwhile, Lord Clark has kindly agreed to entertaining you in his capable hands during my departure.
Thank you, Lord Clark.
I shall bear you always in my bosom.
Thank you.
No, that's...
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I shall return, Ethel.
Righto.
Goodbye, Bernard.
You have the letter to Clincham?
The Earl of Clincham, Bernard. Not a word to Ethel.
Not a word. Well, goodbye, Elf, old man. Good luck. And Godspeed.
A few sandwiches for the journey, sir.
Oh, thank you. Most kind.
Not kind, sir. Quite usual.
Mr. Saltina left immediately, happy as a lark that Ethel's fair hand would soon be his. And he was very glad he did not have an egg for his breakfast, in case he should be sick upon the journey.
You?
Yes?
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm seeking the Earl of Clincham. I have a letter from an old...
Hurry up. Hurry!
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you by any chance him?
Who?
The Earl of Clincham?
Not exactly, no. I'm Edward Procurio, groom of the chambers. I'm half Italian.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Would you know where I might find his lordship, perchance?
End of the corridor, fourth door down.
Thank you.
Of course, they may be out. Then one never knows what they're up to, does one? I know a lot more than most people about the inmates here, about their various habits.
Come.
My dear Clincham, the gentleman before you is named Alfred Saltina, also known as Alf. He is an old friend of mine, though not quite the right side of the blank. He is, in fact, the son of a butcher, though his mother comes from a decent enough family called Hyssops.
Hyssops.
So you see, he's not so bad, and is most in earnest of becoming the correct article, as they say. Hope you're keeping well. Yours as ever, Bernard Clark. Correct article, eh? Rub shoulders with a noble, would you?
It would indeed be a great...
Mingle with the blood royal?
My lord, I did not dare presume.
A small portion flows in my veins. But in the next world, what'll be the odds, eh? What I say is, these things are as piffle before the wind. Wouldn't you agree?
I was thinking more of this world, Your Honor.
Whiskey.
Thank you.
So, what profession had you in mind?
Profession, Your Lordships?
You'll need a proper profession in keeping with your station. Any ideas?
Well, something at Buckingham Palace, possibly?
Buckingham Palace, eh? Well, I suppose you could try galloping alongside the Royal Barouche.
The Royal Barouche?
Would you like that?
Oh, yes, indeed, my noble lord. I'm very fond of fresh air and royalties.
I could have a word with the Prince of Wales, I suppose.
Prince of Wales?
Now, look here, I must warn you that this is an exclusive training and don't come cheap.
I do have some savings.
Upon your person?
Upon my person.